thousands of public sector staffers and retirees alike. Ken Quintaniza has more in our next report.
Late Friday, Acting Governor Tenorio vetoed Bill 513, calling it another election year empty promise to the people, quote, wrought with severe legal, factual, financial, and actuarial deficiencies in its assumptions and analysis, end quote.
The veto of Bill 513 is a way to protect the pocketbooks of the retirees who have a fixed income. It was a way to protect the employees and the beneficiaries of the people who are dependents of GovGuam employees from not paying more for the insurance. It's not to protect anything else.
Senator Ben Pangelinan disagrees. In a press release, he expresses concern over the veto, stating, quote, I worry that the interests of taxpayers, government employees, and the general public have been sacrificed for special interests, end quote. He adds the measure, which was introduced and passed in session in a span of 2 weeks, would have provided more options for health care coverage and would have saved GovGuam employees and retirees money. However, as noted in the acting governor's veto message, the legislation was passed even though the AG's office wanted more time to review the bill, and an independent actuary said it would instead drive up costs for employees and retirees. Pangelinan refutes those claims, arguing that in no way can the bill raise rates on health insurance from what we are paying now.
If Senator Pangelinan relies on the same kind of financial crunching as he did in the prior 3 fiscal years that weren't realized, that came directly out of his productivity, then I'm glad, because that's probably the basis for the factual problems that he has for a lot of his failures in the legislature. But the reality is the actuarials, the Hay study, the Attorney General's, and the memos that we put out based on those factual information is solid.
In his release, Pangelinan further states the Hay Group study was done without analysis and didn't include examples of how the bill would increase rates, adding Bill 513 would actually save $6 million for the GovGuam employee and retiree. No word yet from Senator Pangelinan or the Speaker's office as to whether a special session will be held to address the veto, but Tenorio expects for Pangelinan to push for an override.
It was done without the benefit of legal review. It was done without the benefit of actuarial assessments. It was done in such a hasty fashion that it borders on reckless, and I hope that they don't override it.
After making numerous calls and leaving several messages, along with stopping by his office, Senator Ben Pangelinan was unavailable all day for comment. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintaniza.